So welcome back again. So today I'm going to tell you some signs you need to watch out for if truly you have a spiritual husband. So if you want to know if you truly have a spiritual husband, these are the signs you need to check out for, or you need to watch out for. So when you see all these things I'm going to mention above, just know that you have a spiritual husband, and this is how they perform. This is how you can know that you have a spiritual husband. So for those who are not aware, this is a secret on how you can know that you have a spiritual husband. You want to know the meaning of spiritual husband, like from married kingdom, or how, let me explain it a little bit. Like how you can know that you have a spiritual husband is when you are lying down and you see yourself that someone is having a sex with you in a dream, mostly. That is just some of the signs. So number one, let me just explain them briefly. Number one is what constantly sex in dream, like I told you before. So when you see yourself, anytime you lie down, you see somebody's having a sex with you. Let me tell you something about this spiritual husband. There, it's not going to bring face of a man that you don't like physically. It's going to bring a face that a man that you love, you cherish physically, like this. Like it can be your husband, it can be anybody you love so dearly. It can be your ex, it can be your former boyfriend somewhere, whatever. You understand? He will bring that face of that man that you love physically, like this, that you like physically, like this, to come and torment you, to come and have sex with you. Because if you know that if you bring another face, that the face of a man that you hate too much or you don't like, you are not going to get as you open yourself to him to have what sex with you. So that is number one. So constantly having sex in a dream with a man they know they can use for you. You understand? That is it. So when you're having sex in dream, bash bish bash, just have it in mind that these are the spiritual words husband. The same thing with women, okay? So if you're a woman, you're having sex in the dream, the same thing goes to you. And when you wake up, you see yourself that you are wet, your body look like as you just have sex and all those things. Just know that spiritual husband or wife. So another one again was disappointment in relationship. Yes, majority of those people who have all those married whatever, husband or wife or so ever, spiritual. I'm talking about the spiritual one. They always have what disappointment. Relationship is not always good for them. You know why? Because your spiritual husband or your spiritual wife will be jealous when you are with your partner physically. You understand? Even when you are with your partner physically in bed, they will try to bring one thing and the other to separate or to bring quarrel. That both of you will just quarrel and separate. You will not even have sex with each other that moment or that hours. And relationship is very difficult for those people who have spiritual husband or wife. That is how to know. So if your relationship you are always experiencing disappointment, no man is also always serious with your life, always they go and come, they beat you, they disappoint you, they treat you anyhow, just know that you have a spiritual man or a woman. So now, unnecessary fights or misunderstanding in marriage. Yes, even though you are married, if you still have that spiritual wife or husband, they are still going to come physically or spiritually to come and torment you. You understand? They are going to try to make sure that you both of you separate, you go to your separate way, so that they can have access to you as an individual. So when you are experiencing that in your marriage, you always have constantly fighting, quarreling, misunderstanding. Without, that is, it do common. I'm telling you the fact here. That is how to identify that you have a spiritual husband or wife. Because sometimes you begin to have issues with your partner, and sometimes when you sit yourself down on a blue moon, you say, why am I always fighting with this my husband or with this my wife? What is the problem? You cannot even give a beautiful meaning to it. It's just meaningless. You can even have good reasons why you are having what fight with your partner. That is another sign that you have a spiritual husband or wife. Another one again, you go early lost interest. When you see anybody like man or woman, just lost interest in them. You understand? What am I trying to say? Maybe if somebody toast you or somebody oppose or whatever, you understand? A man or a woman, with why everything will just be fine. With little time, you don't hate the person without no cause. Maybe the person did not even offend you, did not even disappoint you, did not even do anything bullshit to you. You just lost that interest. You just hate the person naturally. It's not your fault. All those people, they are at work. Another one again, marriage delay. This is also common. You'll see some people, marriage is not always coming early to their life. It's not that they are not destined to marry early. All those spiritual things are the one that is delaying their marriages not to come fast for them. It is very, very common. You see somebody, so that is for what? Marriage delay. So when your marriage is being delayed, it is not your fault. It's all those people who are at work. Another one again is what? Men lost interest in you easily. There are some men that will just toast you, that will say, oh God, I'll get married to you, you're my destiny wife, you're my destiny husband, blah, 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 those story. And with time, all those things is going well with you. But with time, the man begin to lose interest in you, or the woman begin to lose interest in you. You begin to see you that you're an auction, you're not the kind of person that you wish, is the right person for him or her. It's not your fault. It's all those people who are just working against you. Just have that in mind, okay? So another one again, too much what? Too much what, like all this so anytime you are seeing children or you are feeding children in the dream, this is what it means. It means that you have a spirit, you have spiritually, you have children in their world. You understand? With your spiritual partner or with your spiritual wife or with your spiritual what? Or husband, you understand? So anytime you see yourself, you are always what? Seeing children, or you are feeding children, or you are getting pregnant. Just know that all those things are just a sign of what? Spiritual husband or wife. Another one again, you always give birth. You understand? Maybe you see yourself, you are, like I said before, you are pregnant and you are giving birth. You just yourself just give birth to somebody like this. Physically you are not pregnant. You understand? And that spiritual way you were pregnant and you give birth to a baby, that means that you have all spiritual issues. Another one again, unnecessary what? Hatred from your partner. Like I told you, so these are the things that is very common when it comes to words spiritual husband or spiritual wife. There are a lot of points, but I decided to like summarize it. So you that is watching me right now, just keep your comment below so that other viewers will get to learn from there. They're going to read it and learn from there. So that is just the fact about the spiritual world. So my little advice I will add to it is that anytime you experience things like this, you don't need to be scared. You don't need to be scared. All you need to do is just two answers. What are the two answers? Is that one, if you want to really do it, you want to like please them, you can go ahead and please them. But if you don't want to please them, you believe that Christ is all, God is exist, God is your, all and all and all. It's choice. Life is choice. You can't force people to do what they want to do. So if you believe that you want to believe, you want to serve God, you want to believe to God's side, no problem. So you need to be ready, be prayerful, and continue knowing God and believing God. That is how to solve those two spiritual words. Maybe I'll talk about it in any of my videos. If I have time, I'll talk about how you can solve those spiritual words, husband, how you can stop them, how you can stop them as in coming to your life, come and disturb your life physically and all, okay? So, but right now, it's two ways you can stop them. Either you go and serve them, or you go and serve your God, the creator of our universe. It is the word answer to all those things, okay? So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to keep your comment below. Love you. You are being loved by Universal Secret.